Hello everyone, it's me, Taylor, one half of the WDW Couple, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own DIY tie blanket. This DIY tie blanket is a super simple project that you can finish in just an afternoon. I made this Mickey and Minnie blanket a few years ago and it's one of my all-time favorite blankets. It's the perfect length and it's so comfy. So before you get started, you want to make sure you have everything you need to make your own DIY tie blanket. You'll need a measuring tool, such as a cutting mat. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and of course, 2 pieces of fleece. Now for the fleece, you'll want at least 2 yards of material for a decent sized blanket, but you can also go shorter or longer. I got this fleece at Joann Fabrics, and as you can see, one piece has a Mickey print on it and the other is a solid red piece to match the print fabric. The print piece will be on the top of the blanket and the solid piece will be the bottom. Now let's get started making this blanket. Start by laying out your 2 pieces of fleece, one on top of the other. If you have a print piece, make sure it's on top of the solid piece. You want to be sure they are almost exactly the same size and have clean edges. You can clean up the edges by cutting off the frayed parts and trimming the fabric to make the larger piece the same size as the smaller piece, even if it's just by an inch or so. Now that you have your pieces of fleece the same size and the frayed edges removed, make sure you have your 2 pieces of fleece aligned, still one on top of the other. After you have your fleece aligned, you're going to use your measuring tool to help you cut out a 5 by 5 inch square for each of the corners of fabric. Once you cut out your 5-inch square from each corner, you're going to make your own fringe along the edges. This fringe will be what you end up tying together. For your fringe, you'll cut 1 inch by 5-inch strips along each side of the blanket. The strips are 1 inch because you don't want the ties to be too wide, and they are 5 inches long because that is the length that matches up with your corners. You can make your corners and fringes larger or smaller depending on what you want your blanket to look like. After you have all 4 sides cut into 1 inch by 5-inch strips, you're going to start tying. This is the main reason you have 2 pieces of fabric. You're essentially tying the 2 pieces of fleece together. For my tie blankets, I like to use a square knot. For a square knot, you'll tie right over left and then left over right. So take 2 of the 1 inch by 5-inch strips that were one on top of the other and tie them in a square knot. Right over left and then left over right. You'll do this the whole entire way around the blanket. The cutting of the strips and the tying of the strips takes the longest amount of time for this whole entire project. Once you finish tying all of the strips, you are done! So there you have it, your very own DIY tie blanket. You can make these blankets for birthdays, holidays, or even just because they're comfortable. And if you don't already know, we also have a DIY mini ear tutorial, so be sure to check that out as well. And comment below what you thought of this DIY tutorial, and make sure you share with us pictures of your very own DIY tie blankets.